And I feel like this story has been milked for every drop that we could get out of this damn cow, child. We've milked this cow. The cow is dry. The only thing that would kind of make this story a little bit more spicy is if, what's his name, Al Reynolds comes out. Oh, baby, baby, baby. But it would have to be with a good interviewer, like moi. Right? Because listen, I can sympathize and empathize and understand where Al Reynolds is coming from because honestly, I ain't got no issue with Al Reynolds. However, we would have to ask the real questions. Okay? We would have to ask the real questions, including Star Jones. Like, of course, we would have to talk about Star Jones. Like, who would interview Al Reynolds and not, who would do an in-depth interview about Al Reynolds and not mention Star Jones? You would be doing an injustice to your viewers. So listen, I think that would be really interesting. Come outside, Al Reynolds. We're not going to jump you, but y'all really have been going to hell in. And listen, it's interesting because I want to go ahead and put a button on the story because I feel like, again, it's a bit dry, stale, and late. But I wanted to show y'all this because I thought it was interesting. Dr. Heavenly went on to her Messy Mondays with Carlos King. Shout out to them earlier tonight. And she told this story about how she did a guest spot on TGIF and basically had issues with Al Reynolds. Al Reynolds was being very hostile behind the scenes and basically got her kicked off. Yes, Al Reynolds got Dr. Heavenly of Married to Medicine kicked off of TGIF. So basically, to make a long story short, she was co-hosting for about 2 days, filling in for somebody, I don't know who. I guess maybe when Funky left. I don't know. I don't know how it went, but she was filling in. And I believe she was supposed to do a week. She ended up doing 2 days. Joyce, the producer, being, trying to make the show great, right? Told Dr. Heavenly, oh, spice it up, spice it up, spice it up. All right. So she's just on the show doing her. And then they do a topic about how Tyler Perry said that women need to basically settle because at this particular point in time, women are killing it in business and entrepreneurship and in the corporate world and, in the education and things like that. And black men aren't on the same level as black women. And so they were conversing about that topic onto the show. And I believe Dr. Heavenly called Al Jones. See, child, I just did. Dr. Heavenly called Al Reynolds Al Jones, right? Because we know Al Reynolds was married to Star Jones. And I guess that was kind of like basically her alluding to the fact that, you were a kept man. We all know Al Reynolds was a kept man. We all know that, Star Jones, she was here for the celebrity of it all. She was here for her sponsored weddings and the segments onto The View. And we know that Al Reynolds wanted to be a part of that celebrity lifestyle. And so they got together, got married, and then got divorced, soon after. But anyways, I say that to say, y'all, Al Reynolds did not like the fact that Dr. Heavenly was calling him Al Jones. And I will admit that Dr. Heavenly was wrong road. But of course, Al Reynolds being, I assume, sensitive, he did not take kindly to that. So every other time Dr. Heavenly would do a guest spot onto TGIF, Al Reynolds wasn't having it. He wasn't really talking to her behind the scenes. He would slam his computer down. Ended up telling Joyce that he didn't want to work with Dr. Heavenly. And then Dr. Heavenly got a call from Joyce, the head of programming, and said, sorry, girl, we'll still pay you for the rest of the week, but we're going in a different direction. AKA, I have to kick you off because Al Reynolds doesn't feel comfortable. A whole hot damn mess. All right, so I'm going to play a little bit of the clips.
In fact, they put me off that bitch, right? After me and Al got into it. So when people say that Al is a certain way, I don't know, but I know I've told you because Al is kind of sensitive. I said that when they first got canceled. I said Al is very sensitive in my experience. Now, you were there with me when you saw him, and I was on there, and he would slam down his computer and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, damn, is it all that? But then you never know. I'm going to say this, you never know what bothers people because I didn't think saying Al Jones was that deep. I just didn't. We were joning.
And it's Carlos King, acting like he don't know what the hell she's talking about. Girl, the thing about Carlos and Funky Dineva, they be so oblivious to the mess. They act oblivious to the mess. They know what the hell is going on, but they're acting because I feel like this whole time she was telling this story, Carlos was telling, I guess, the truth that he was privy to a scuffle, a thing between Al and Heavenly. But he was trying to I don't know, the way he was talking about it, it was as if he didn't know really that much about it. And I'm like, girl.
So in the end, the interesting thing about it, when Joyce called me, she was like, Heavenly, the first 2 days, she was like, Heavenly, you're being very political, you know what I'm saying, laid back. We want to see the Married to Medicine kind of Dr. Heavenly that we're used to. So I thought that we were supposed to have, you know what I'm saying, talk about it and give my real opinion, which I always do in the way I do. But it was the end of the segment, and Al was saying, Heavenly, you a kept woman, and you spoiled, and you don't get the right to say none of this and this, that, and other. And I was like, dude.
Al Reynolds would know. He was a kept man.
And that's when we went back and forth, and we were over talking to each other, and we weren't getting anything done. So it was the last segment. I wasn't gonna let him get the last word, because I'm a petty bitch, right? So when we ended, I went on my live and continued the conversation by myself, how I like to talk. So then the next day, Al had a little attitude, and rather than saying he had an attitude or a problem, he was just acting like a little girl. It was like the whole time he was just like, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end, he just slammed his computer down. I'm like, damn, bitch.
Now he pulled a Nene. Remember that virtual reunion, that Zoom reunion that they did back in 2020, child? A mess. When Nene got so sick of the shit, she slammed her computer down when Yvonne came on. She was shook by that bitch from, what is it? CAU, Clark Atlanta. She was shook by that bitch from CAU, child, and had a case of can't take. She slammed that computer down so fast. Nene said, fuck y'all, fuck this virtual Zoom, and I'm out. And then the next season, they offered her 6 episodes, but she didn't take the 6 episodes. And so she quit and filed a lawsuit talking about some discrimination and gender bias, child.
And then I said, oh, he used to be married to Star Jones, so he probably was the man that was not stepping up. I came back one day with the attitude. The next time I'm doing surgery and my phone keeps blowing up, and it's Joyce. Joyce keep calling me. And I'm like, this is my real fucking job. Why are they blowing my phone up about this? You know what I'm saying? I love doing it. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I love doing it. Yeah. So finally I called her back, and she was like, Heavenly, I need to talk to you. Hey, we got to go in a different direction. And she was all frantic, and she was like, listen, we're going to pay you for the rest of the week, but we need to go in a different direction. And I said, okay, all right. But I already knew what it was.
So Al Reynolds got Dr. Heavenly, fired from TGIF. Child, it's a whole mess. So listen, unless Al Reynolds come outside. Why is you scared? Why is you scared? He's probably thinking, I'm not going to respond to anything. Y'all keep calling him an elitist. He's a professor, an adjunct professor over there at Bowie State University in Maryland, I believe. And he's like, I'm a professor. I'm bi-coastal. I'm the ex-husband of Star Jones. I just left the White House. Anyways, I like to see Al Reynolds come out and, be a little messy and speak to the peoples. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about everything in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day. Bye.